Hi, I'm Frank with Neighborhood Game Club. I'm at PAX West with Derek Yu.
Hey, good to see you.
Creator of Spelunky, but more importantly, we have his brand new game, UFO 50. Can you tell me about this project?
Yeah, UFO 50 is a collection of 50 games in one. And the story behind it is that these are 50 games that are made by a fictional company in the 80s for a fictional console. They're lost to time, but now you're getting to play them all in this collection.
So kind of like the NES Classic, Derek, you're bringing this out to fans everywhere. I played a little bit of it. Immediately I liked it because there's so many different genres.
Yeah.
My favorite is the beat 'em up, and there's a beat 'em up in there called Fist Hell.
Yeah.
When did you just first announce this? Because this was kind of recently announced it, right?
Yeah, we just announced it pretty recently. It was like a couple months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
We kind of announced it for PAX because we wanted to show at PAX.
Awesome.
And yeah, we've been working on it for maybe like a year and a half.
So before that, your brother game was Spelunky, right?
Yep.
And so has this been like the next project between? Were you working on anything else between those?
No, I wrote a book about Spelunky
Oh, right.
right after Spelunky.
Awesome.
So my daughter was born pretty soon after Spelunky was finished. And then, yeah, I couldn't really make games too much during that time when she was like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to write a book about it. I got the opportunity to do that. And it was like a good kind of break between making games.
Awesome. So now with UFO 50, are you working with other developers? Are you doing all this by yourself? Like, how's the process making this game different than Spelunky?
It's a 5-person team. The development is very different. I don't know, because there are 50 games.
Yeah.
It feels more like a game jam.
Totally.
It's like a long-term game jam where at the end we're going to polish it all up. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many games do you already have here playable at PAX within the UFO
So
50?
at PAX we've got 35 games playable.
Holy shit.
About 30 of them are actually completable.
Yeah.
They're not polished yet like the way we want when we release, but you can play from the beginning to the end. And then 5 of them are demos.
Now this is exciting. So before like Spelunky, didn't you make a ton of micro games before? Didn't you used to like make stuff in Flash?
Yeah, I have a long history of just making small games, and actually John Perry, who's one of the members of the team, I've known him since the 2nd grade, and we used to make small games together under the label Black Eye Software, and we just put them out for free.
Okay, cool.
So a big impetus for this game was my history with John. I wanted to make a new game with him, and yeah, instead of just making one small game, we're like, why not make 50? That'll be the hook, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's it like getting to come up with like 50 unique mini ideas as opposed to a giant thing like Spelunky? Like, are you having fun just picking random ideas together, genres you want to bring back? Like, what's your like process for just coming up with these games in here?
So we started, me, John, and Eric, who is the musician for Spelunky and also working on this project. We started by just brainstorming ideas. So we had more than 50 just written down, and then we kind of like whittled it down to the 50 ideas that we thought that were the most interesting, would be the most fun to work on. We all work on each other's games. Each game has its own director.
Oh, cool.
Like the person who sort of came up with the initial idea and is responsible for making the final decisions on it, but we all work on each other's games. Everyone can kind of do a little bit of everything, art and design and code. And so yeah, there's a lot of collaboration.
Awesome, this looks great. Is there any idea, is this even close to being done, like 2018, 2019?
Yeah, 2018 is what we're aiming for, sometime in 2018.
Awesome, and then one other detail too, I love that at your booth you have everyone playing with NES controllers. Like, that's, I mean, like just all these little details just from playing it for like 10 minutes, it's like, yes, yes, yes. One other thing I love is like, Spelunky is like, I mean, I'm not like super hardcore, so Spelunky for me was really challenging. I appreciated it, but now with this I like that I can like go in, sample something for a bit until I find the thing I love. Are the scale of these games different? Are some super quick? Are any like surprisingly long? Is it a surprise?
Yeah, I mean, some games are longer than others, but they're all like full games.
Awesome.
With endings that you can get to. You can beat them all, you know?
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, super cool. And then how's the reception been so far at PAX?
It's been good. People have actually really like gotten it right away.
Yeah.
They just go in, they try something random, you know, play it for a little while, jump out, try something else. There's been a lot of fun with the multiplayer.
Yeah, about the multiplayer, like my friend and I were trying it out. About like how many of the games are you aiming to have like 2-player access?
About a third.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So maybe like 20 games or something like that will have multiplayer, either co-op or deathmatch or both.
And then one other question I like asking all my guests is, what's a game that you've been playing a lot recently? Other than your own developing it, what's something that you've taken a break just to really enjoy in the past year? It can be old or new.
I've been playing a lot of Switch with my daughter.
Yeah, awesome.
She's gotten to the age where she can like control, you know, she can use like an actual controller to play.
Awesome.
So we've been playing a lot of Mario Kart and Splatoon 2.
Awesome. And then what game are you most looking forward to this fall?
This fall, you know, I got to be honest, I don't even know what's coming out.
Yeah,
this
Mario Odyssey?
Yeah.
So for that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much, Derek. I'm stoked to play your new game. Love Spelunky. Thank you so much. This has been Neighborhood Game Club.